I don't like the thought of other men anywhere near what I'm going to fuck. I'm so not gay. I don't like that there have been men there.
Except if you're on a boat with 25 of them.
Well, if that's whoreland. When you're if you're in whoreland, it's whoreland.
So that's the fork box, not the spoon box.
I guess you could argue that, yes. My point is, if I was going to take a woman seriously, the idea of another man being near her, I find repulsive. And I find it repulsive because the idea of the man repulses me by and large.
Yeah.
Any man who's happy to have sex with that many other men, when there's that much other male DNA in the room, I would argue has a streak of homosexuality to some degree.
He's right.
I would argue that those men are gay. Now, you're not trans, but I don't think a straight man wants to fuck a pussy that's had 10 dicks in it, or 20 dicks in it, or 50 dicks in it.
What about 1,057?
Well, I don't know. Maybe these men are just bi, or I don't know. Maybe they're desperate. You can argue lots of things.
See, I don't agree, but I do get where you're coming from. Like some of these guys, especially 6 hours in, they come to me. The floor's like an ice rink. There's that much cum on there. My face, I'm barely recognizable. Like my hair is slicked back. My eyes are full of cum. Like my whole body is so slippery.
Just listen to her describe that is just disgusting.
Oh, God, dude.
Like, you know, like guys that are like, oh, like that's why I said there's no man in history that's ever thought to himself, gee, I wish my wife had 50 more dicks in her before I had married her. Like it would just make her such a better person that 50 more guys would have unloaded all over her face, you know, sort of thing. Like the way that she's describing it there. Anybody that co-signs female promiscuity,
just so nonchalant.
From cum, and yet they still come, they kiss me, they touch me, and I think, fuck, what if they don't want to touch me because I'm covered in another guy's cum? And when I do the gangbangs, and there's a lot of men together, I have security in that room. A lot of people assume that security's for me. It's not. It's for the other guys, because I'm always concerned, like, fuck, if another guy comes and it hits another guy, I don't want a fight to break out. I don't want them to be like, oh, that's gay, don't touch me. So there's always security when I do these events, but it's predominantly for the guys, because I'm scared a fight's going to break out because they think it's gay.
And you respect this profession? I
understand the profession. The profession's been around for a very long time. I respect the honesty, actually, what I said. But yeah, I think the men who turn up to these events are gay by and large. I think they're at least bi, because I think that if you're a straight man, you don't really want to be near other kind of men's genitals. And time in and of itself, You
ever see these gangbangs? You know, they show up with like the hoods and their sunglasses.
Yeah, their faces are always covered. They're always incognito. They're a line on the door. They're wearing yeah, of course.
Imagine being in a room with Bonnie Blue with probably, I don't know how many people fit in the room, but I'm guessing they just sort of line up, because if you have to do 1,057 guys in fucking 24 hours, Rob Moore worked it out. He said it was something like 38 seconds per guy. So it would be like a room full of guys. Like you got to be a homosexual to be in there watching a bunch of dudes bang this chick and waiting for your turn.
Resurrect Einstein and get him in this conversation. He'll tell you more about it than me. But, you know, time's all happening at once, they say. And that, you know, it's not linear like we believe. And there's another dimension where everything happens at once. Have you seen Interstellar?
Yes.
Cool. So if you fuck her after she's been fucked, you're fucking her at the same time she is being fucked, and the dick is in there with your dick, and it's all happening in one big fucking time warp of jizz. And it's better if you're just nowhere near it. If you just
this conversation is getting me really wet.
Well, this is the thing. Well, I'm sure that when I see your next event, time warp of jizz, I expect a cut. But so for me, you know, women say this. Oh yeah, but it was before I met you. I don't give a fuck if it was before you knew my name. You got fucked, and that's disgusting. And that offends me now. You cheated on me before I met you.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
Is that not your insecurity?
Well, that's perfect word. So people call it insecurity. You got onto my point. It's almost like you can read my mind, Rob. People call it insecurity. They say,
well, if you've got 1 inch, the other guys are going to have bigger dicks.
Well, people call it insecurity, and people call it lots of things. But truthfully, what it is heterosexuality. And any of these men who go, oh yeah, I don't mind her being covered in cum, they need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and probably get an AIDS test, because they're gay. And that's fine. I mean, some people are gay. But you can be gay. You can have gay sex with a woman. Of course you can. I mean, the point of having sex with a woman is to get pregnant, by and large. I'd argue that being horny in general is kind of gay. To be like, I'm so horny. Like, I'm a full-grown man. I'm so horny. I'm so horny. Like,
but to me, gay's fucking another guy.
No. Gay's doing gay shit, bro. Gay's having sex with a woman without the intention of impregnating her, having sex with a woman who's covered in cum, fucking all this is just gay sex. It's all gay. Have sex with a woman and have a child.
What, so you only have sex on ovulation day?
It's not about that, but there has to be a chance. There has to be a chance of a child arriving.
But what about on your boat with 25 hoes?
Who says I even fuck them? You think, Rob, this is what I mean. You're so trapped in the matrix. You're so trapped in the matrix.
I think you're judging me, Andrew.
No, you think
I'm not trapped in the matrix.
You think I'll get 25 whores on a boat and then be like, yeah, let me fuck them? No, I just want 25 whores on my boat because it's like, I want whores on my boat. I want trees in my forest. Like, they're just there because I've got a boat. I've got a boat, and there's women on my boat, and they're all beautiful, and everyone's jealous of me while I sit there, and even though they all annoy me and I don't even want to fuck them, I just sit on my laptop. But that's just life. It's not about fucking them. It's not about the sex. You're thinking about sex. This is beyond sex. Nothing to do with sex.
Unless you're only having sex in ovulation, then you're gay. Because then that's the only way a girl's conceiving really is around ovulation.
Well, my point is that if there is a slight chance, and there's always a chance.
Very, very slim though.
Okay, but if there's a chance.
So, okay, you're 50% gay.
If there's a chance of a baby appearing, then I would argue that is pretty heterosexual sex, because heterosexual sex leads to babies. What is the differentiator between heterosexual and homosexual sex? The primary differentiator between the two is offspring. So if you're having sex that cannot possibly lead to offspring in any way, that is gay sex.
Yeah, but who's
if you're fucking a girl in the ass, you're gay. Why? If you're turning up with a condom and fucking a woman on birth control, you're gay.
Do you do anything for pleasure? Do you do anything just for fun?
If you're a white man who gets his fucking balls cut open, I know white boys who voluntarily get vasectomies. They voluntarily have their dick chopped to pieces just to make sure they don't accidentally have a beautiful child. Like, how fucking gay can you be? This is all.
I've never understood vasectomies, man. Like, I know people that have had vasectomies. I haven't had one. I just don't want them messing with my nuts. I'm good.
Yeah. Good on that. You know, not touch them.
You want to be a really good puller outer, man. You got to get some fucking.
If I have sex, there's a chance of a kid. That's the life I live. That's the man I am. If a kid comes, it's a blessing from God. Good. If no kid comes, fine. That's how it is. But if you were to say to me, Andrew, you can come have sex here, and there's no chance of there ever being a kid. It's just for fun.
There's always
I would say, sorry, I'm not gay.
Condoms aren't 100% reliable. So that day, someone did have a 0.01% chance of impregnating me.
Yeah, but they're trying to not have a kid.
Well, how do you know? Did you ask him?
Well, if you have a condom on, you're trying not to have a kid.
Who said I didn't put a pin in it?
The man putting the condom on his dick is trying to not have a kid. The realest nigger there would turn up and say, listen, I'm impregnating Bonnie Blue. You all keep the condoms on. Fuck it. I'm having a baby out of this bitch because I fucking for free. So let me get a kid at least. I mean, you got money to look after it. You can just block it on WhatsApp. You can raise it. That's free. That's free progeny. These people ain't thinking right.
Do you do anything just for fun?
Loads of stuff.
Like what?
But I don't think running around. I mean, maybe when I was younger, but I'm an old man now. I'm old. I'm 38. I really have no interest in fucking dead puss. You know, when girls sit and say, I'm on birth control. Disgusting. Vile. There's nothing more disgusting than a bitch on birth control.
Yeah, but I think it's disgusting if women get pregnant and they can't afford to look after that kid, or they end up in a council house on benefits and that kid has a shit life.
You know, women do behave differently.
Way different.
On hormonal birth control. They're like, their body's tricked into being in a perpetual state of pregnancy. So their body, their mood, everything about them is different when they're on birth control. I've always said it's better not to have them on hormonal.
And that's how you can tell. Like, how they react on off birth control is how they really feel about you. Like, if she's not into you, if she's into you, she will not leave you alone. If she's not into you, she will have nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
so
when she's ovulating, she'll be on you like a fat kid on cake, man.
You can't like, beat her off with a stick.
Yeah.
Bonnie,
well, that's good.
No, let me explain.
We're going to run out of beans.
No, let me explain. This is a great thing. Feminism's led us here, and we voted to let in all these migrants, and all these migrants turn up and rape the state. Look, I've got hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah. If I got a woman pregnant and she annoyed me, I'd say, yeah, call the council. Fuck you. Let's just rape the state like everyone else does. I'm brown enough. I'm black enough. I can do it.
I'm just going to look up.
Put her in Marsh Farm Luton, where I'm from. Be fine.
You wouldn't do that.
Who gives a fuck?
You wouldn't do that.
Who cares? She better text me respectfully. She can be rich. If she texts me beef, I'll be like, call the council, get a council house, or whatever. Let's have kids. Let's just all live off the government. This is feminism. Because you don't live off the government if you have husbands. They don't want husbands. And they don't want husbands. Women want to get married, but they don't want husbands. They want to get married like Sex in the City style. You know, like you fuck a million men, then you get married to some really rich guy who lets you do whatever you want. Then you have an affair with the gardener, and then you spend all his money, and then somehow you're still the victim. That's the kind of marriage they want.
That's
they don't want.
Dream.
That's right. They don't actually want to be wives, because wives are obedient and wives are quiet. And
I don't know if this number is right, but it only says 12 million. I asked Grok what his net worth was. Number only, it says 12 million.
Oh, that can't be right.
That can't be right.
It's on what? It can't be right. Just in maybe in cars, like cars alone.
No, he has more than 12 million in cars because he's got.
I mean, if you look at his estate, he's got like two. He's got. Didn't they say it was 27 was the number that they confiscated the first time they raided his compound?
Yeah, he's got to be worth at least 50 to 100 mil.
That's the Matrix.
To have 30 supercars, he says $1 billion. Worth 50 to 100
he says he's worth $1 billion. He says his net worth is $1 billionaire.
No, not $1 billion. $1 billion's a lot of money.
Yeah.
All women say this. I want to marry you. I want to marry you. Wait till you're in an argument with them and read their messages and go, this is why I will never marry you.
Yeah.
This is why I will never marry you.
Oh, we fucking interrupted this part, man. He's talking about women that just are like get under your skin, man. Like they don't behave, they don't listen. He's like, this is why I'm not going to marry you. Like this is why I'm not going to take you seriously. And you're going to act like an asshole. You can let the council estates and the government, pay for the baby if you're not going to listen to me. Basically, is what he's saying. I
read their messages and they don't realize that they've ruined their chance forever. I cannot marry you because of how you talk. A wife doesn't do this. I told you to be quiet 3 times.
Well, you here you are. Go and get on that naughty corner.
That's right.
That naughty
so women don't want to be wives. They want to just get married. Which means that the whole familiar structure is broken.
Right.
Once the family structure is broken, who has to take the place? Government. Think about this. In Romania, we have no mental health care. Why are there no mental people are out in the streets? Family. We have no forced child support. Why are women not starving to death? Family. We have no disability care. Why are people not sitting on the streets with no legs? Family. Family does so much work. In the West, we have no family. So the government has to come along and offer mental health care, disability care, forced child support. The government has to do it because of feminism. So what I'm saying is if women don't want to get married to men anymore and they all want to listen to the fucking government, then the government can raise the motherfucking kids. Fine. Rob, you put 4 women in front of me, all different flavors. You give me Indian, Chinese, black, white, whatever. And you say you fuck them all and have a kid out of all of them and they'll all be raised on council estates around England. I'd say no problem. Why not? Why the fuck not? If they're real niggas, they'll survive.
If you don't feel guilty, that's half your child.
Why would I feel guilty?
Because that's your child, it's your DNA.
Of course. And if the woman's nice to me and says, Andrew, I'm tired of living in Runcorn. Can I come live in Dubai in a mansion? I'll say, of course, my dear.
But then
if she annoys me, if she's like, oh, I'm here in Dubai and you left me by myself and you're with all these other women, who are all these whores on your boat? But I'm like, bitch, go back to Runcorn.
Take the kid off her.
No, I don't take the kid off her. She can keep the kid.
But it's your DNA.
Yeah.
She's diversified with all of these baby mamas and all these children.
Not too many eggs in one basket.
You're not going to listen to me, then you can go back to the council estates. You know, if you're going to listen to me and behave, then you can stay in the mansion.
Of course. And my DNA is survivor DNA.
But if you've got a proper wife,
if I have 50 kids, at least 5 of them will be real niggas. I don't need to.
He could possibly like sire close to 100 children. I think I heard him say that's probably one of his goals.
Father 45. Look, it's survival of the fittest out here. This is how it works. This is how my brain works. But you're saying, I don't know why we're going to sit here and create the logic
with his money
of pretending it is wrong for a government to raise the children when that was a man's job, when men have had all of their authority removed. You want us to have the responsibility of a woman, the responsibility of a family, the responsibility of children, the responsibilities with none of the authority. You can't tell a woman what to do. You can't tell her to be quiet. You can't tell your kids off. You can't tell her not to suck dick. You can't tell her not to go out with her friends. If you do any of that, it's emotionally coercive behavior. That's a criminal charge in England. If you tell your own wife not to go to the pub and fuck, you're the criminal.
Oh, you're so controlling.
That's right.
Let me do stuff.
But I'm still responsible? No. Looks like the government has more power than me.
Man, if that's a law in England, that's just another reason to get the fuck out of there.
Emotionally coercing something,
weather and high taxes.
If it's a law anywhere, it's a law in the UK.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's fucking either being passed in many other places or already is and just hasn't been made public.
My authority away as a man. You want to reduce me to nothing more than a tax slave? Well, then I'm going to play your game back at you. I have no authority, so I have no responsibility. I will look after children, and I will look after the women who give me absolute authority over their lives, who say, yes, sir, anything you say, sir, I trust what you believe in the world. I trust you're guiding us. I trust you to take care of us. Yes, sir. Those women are driving Bentleys currently, living in mansions currently. And the women who say, I don't want to listen to you, I want to do what I want, are currently in council houses. And I have kids with all of them, and I don't give a fuck. Because this is my masculine imperative, to impregnate. And when I die, no matter what you think of me, no matter what anyone thinks of me, no matter what anyone watches this has a bad problem with me, whatever, I get to die with 100 children. I win. I had 100 kids. I was one of the most famous men on the planet, made hundreds of millions of dollars, spent a little time in jail, whatever. I win. Great life. Genghis Khan. There's men out there who go, oh, no, I've got my 2 kids. That's enough. That's your choice. To me, it sounds like failure, perma-failure. And the only reason they're doing that is because their women wouldn't give them more. Or they're afraid to have kids with another woman in case their woman finds out.
A lot of guys I speak to, the wife wants another kid, but they don't want it because they know they'd have to work longer hours. They know they'd have to do more work. Yeah, the wife wants another kid because she's like, fucking hell, what's going to happen in a few months? I'm going to have to go back to work. I don't want to go back to work. Hey, I'm going to pop out another kid. So a lot of the time, I think the women do want more kids and the dads don't, but it's because of the pressure. They know that that additional kid is going to mean a sense of income.
They're gay.
Bonnie, do you think Andrew Tate is guilty of the charges against him?
All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.